Well, that's not possible.
And you?
That's not possible.
It is possible. Anyway, today is the day we've been looking forward to, because today, Homer and Marge, one of my viewers named the trailer Marge, so it's Homer and Marge. But today is the first day we're moving a truck from this property out to the other property, except for the trucks that are driving themselves out there. We got some more of those driving themselves out there. But I used Tug to load up some of those frames over there on the back of Nitro over here, and there's a reason we call it Nitro. I'll show you.
Well, you have a video when you got him where he's running,
Yeah,
right?
it's an old one though. Most of my new viewers have it.
Well, maybe they need to check that out. That was Classic Truck Rescue in its infancy, right?
Yeah.
Last chance for
I'm
all.
learning process. There's a lot of weight here, so I'm going to go ahead and dump this.
Maybe I should go get Annabella.
What, to help?
Yeah. I'm following you.
It's all right. That's not how that's going down the road, but better have all security.
Going down the highway, doing 64. Nitro's windows and he blew out the doors.
running wreckers for 60 years. Tell me, Rick, instead of using that hand clutch, sit in the cab and use the foot clutch, which still need the hand clutch for some things, but right now it needs a little more gas to get that truck up. So that's what I'm going to do.
Look, there's your Canadian friends up there in the sky.
done. I like that.
Shoot, that guy don't mess around.
Homer's not playing.
Come on, boy, giddy up. That seemed like it was a lot quicker and easier.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot more pull. If something's got wheels on it, that tow truck's going to drag it. Now you take a 4-ton metal box that digs into the ground, you might need a little help. But anything with wheels, and this one's got one wheel that's dragging. It drug all the way up on the trailer. Homer don't care. He's getting these trucks out of here. We're getting them over to the new Classic Truck Ranch and moving forward.
What's that over there? Things we don't talk about at parties.
Anyway, forward progress. Thank you, honey. Thank you, honey.
Thank you, honey.
Peace out.
It's turning.
One down and about 40 something to go, right?
It was turning.
That'll work. Jamie's a little camera shy today. How you doing over there, honey?
I'm fine.
Are you happy about getting fence posts for Jet today? Okay. Anyway, I grabbed one of my old trailers. I wind up with these trailers. Well, you can't see it. But I wind up with these trailers that are little back halves of pickups. They're pickup beds. That one actually came with a truck. Took that old guy back there today and aired up his tires, put some lights on and safety chains. And we're going back out to where we got the containers from. We didn't have any problem with the guys that we got our containers from. They're good dudes. It was the delivery area where we ran into some difficulties. But while we were out there getting the containers, I noticed that they had a huge stack of wooden fence posts. And we've been doing a little pricing on fence posts. And we know for a fact that if we go out here and buy a couple hundred of them for $1.50 a piece, we're way ahead of the game. And we got to try to save money wherever we can. They also told us that if we bought at least 200 of the posts, we could have all the wire that we wanted, and there was a lot of wire there. And I do have to put together a pasture and a barn and all that for Jamie's horse Jet, so that's where we're going. We'll be back. Just got back to the property with our first load of fence posts. We renegotiated with the guy and bought 400 of them for $300. So 400 for $300?
And a bunch of wire.
Oh yeah, and we got a whole truckload full of wire. And the good news is, this is just the first load. This is only 200 of the posts. We're going back tomorrow and getting another 200. We didn't want to overload the truck. It's hauling some weight. But 400 posts for $300, that's less than $1 a post. Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's 75 cents a post.
I'm real mad for it.
Anyway, it's really cold. Can't let Jamie unload all the posts by herself, so I'm going to get my butt to work. Trying to save money where we can, trying to get what we need. Peace out. Yeah?
We just need to get some kind of rope and tie those up and we'd have our raft.
Yeah, but we don't want to float away. He was trying to run away, honey. We're trying to stay here.
I think we are trying to run away.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We're trying to run away to here. Anyway, moving forward. Peace out. Still got a lot of trucks to move, but today we're going out to the property. This is a trailer I just kind of cobbled together real quick to go get our fence posts in. This one we'll leave loaded. The other ones we put on a rack, 200 of them last night on a rack. We're going to get 200 more today and fill Jamie's truck up with some more wire. But every time we go out to the property, seems like it'd only make sense to take a truck with us. So I've got Homer warming up, and we're gonna go get the last truck that was out back. Kind of moving forward, taking them from out back and moving them forward. Next group I'll start on will be these guys right here. But there's one lonely truck out back behind that other barn that I need to go get now, and then I'm cleared out all the way up to this barn. That gets me cleared out from out back up to here. Those are my frames. A lot of people scrap frames. I don't scrap frames. I've never even scrapped a truck. I keep these. A lot of guys need frame parts or frames themselves to start on a project. So my plan is to take frames like that one
right there that has the wheels on it, stack a couple more frames on it, and tow it with Homer and Marge just like it was a truck. And then I have enough other frames that still have the axles under them, and I have a big stack of tires and wheels, so I'll just make a couple more rolling frames and stack them on there. That'll keep my frames off the ground for the winter until I can arrange for better storage for them. And then the next area I'll start on will be these trucks right here, and then just work my way forward, you know, just do what I can. I got the truck all loaded up, got it strapped down, ready to go, and I decided to crawl under Homer and take a look at him, because normally he's sitting out in the mud somewhere and it's not real pleasant to get under him. But I figured while he's on this dry pavement I would, and I'm really glad I did. I've also been having a really hard time getting the door open, and that's due in part to the bottom of his fenders being rusted gone. Also, I noticed that it wasn't bolted on up here. There was a bolt in there, but I don't know if you're gonna be able to see that. Probably not. Anyway, it wasn't bolted on up top, and it's not bolted on the bottom because it's completely rusted out there. So I'm gonna address that, get it bolted back on top. Maybe use some self-tapping sheet metal screws down there, but I need to be able to get in and out of it without prying on metal and stuff. But while I had it up here, I decided to go ahead and take a look underneath. Jamie said she heard a loud noise coming from under here the other day. So I crawled under here to take a look and just see how everything's doing. PTO still leaking. Yeah, that's good. That's my way of refreshing the gear oil every now and then. I'll add some more to that. Check my brake fluid. But I got back here to the carrier bearing. The carrier bearing. And yeah, he has been vibrating a little more than he should and making some strange noises. And what's happened is the whole rubber piece out of here, and I don't know when it came out because I haven't seen it in any of the gravel on the property. I've been learning that it's a real good idea to check out my equipment every now and then, just look at stuff. And I've had some viewers too that say, you know, check all my bolts and stuff like that. So my carrier bearing bushing is missing in action, and I've thought about some of the spectacular things that could happen if those two pieces of drive shaft let go, especially while I'm hauling Marge with a load on. So I'm going to take a few minutes and address this. And it's kind of ironic because I was just showing you my frame stack out there, and it's true that I save those frames and parts for other people, but I also save them for myself. And I already went back there, found a good carrier bearing on a frame. I'm going to pull this housing off, go get the other one, put it on, lube everything up, and Homer will be a better truck because of it. I don't know how long that was going bad, but we definitely can't run it like that. So I'll be back to fix that. What the heck? Oh yeah, the chickens, the three henny pennies, been kind of stalking me lately. I'll turn around, I'll be in the garage or something, and I'll turn around and they'll be walking up right behind me trying to talk to me. One of them pecks at my leg a little bit, not hard, but maybe she's just saying hello. Anyway, I don't like to keep them caged up during the day because I don't have a proper home for them. I do have a truck and cluck cab set up for them, but I don't like to keep them caged up. We'll make them a nice big playground out there on the new property. Right, girls? Right, you little stalkers? Huh? How you doing today? Huh? They're alright. They give me eggs. Pretty cool. Here's another one. Oh, here goes another one. Yeah, they just cruise around and eat the bugs. Kind of like the old chickens. Well, they're not really old. They're pretty cool. So we're out here where we got our containers again. Day 2 of harvesting some of this mountain of fence posts. We've already got 200 out at the property. We stacked those up last night. Got some more wire today. I called the guy because he wasn't up here. And, well, actually I texted him and told him we're just on the property gonna load up our other 200 fence posts. He said don't bother counting them because that property's gonna get bulldozed on the 1st, and they're not selling any more fence posts, and these are all going to get thrown away. Well, we cleared out the back of the truck since we don't have to keep count, and we're going to work a little longer, huh, honey? How do you feel about those free fence posts? Getting them.
I just quit my job making toothpicks out of log.
Anyway, this is a blessing. We got a really good price on the ones that we bought, and now we're getting a few extras for free. So, got to thank God for the free fencing. Got to thank whoever it was that stacked all these fence posts up for us however many years ago. And just had them sitting there waiting for us to get our property. Thank you. God is good. More wire. And we found a couple other things we might be interested in. I saw a fuel tank that's in very nice condition right over there. 100-gallon fuel tank. And there's also a brand new well pump in that building, and that's getting bulldozed. Still got the sticker on it. You want what, honey? Of course you do. Of course you want the one at the bottom of the stack. And I will see to it that you get it. Which one was that, honey? Can you mark that for me so I can tunnel on down there and get it? Oh, do you just want it because it's sticking out?
You know, I used to be a
She wants that one.
twirler.
Right there. That log. Yep. That's quite the baton you got there.
Bugs Bunny, rah, rah, rah. Classic truck rescue, ha, ha, ha.
Anyway.
It's my big stick.
Back to work.
Rick.
Rick. Yeah, I should get back to work. Peace out. Just a blessing, though. Any place we can save money on it. And fencing's expensive. Trust me. We were looking. We were scared, weren't we, honey, when we started looking at fencing? Oh my goodness.
You could buy a small smart car for that.
Yeah, or fencing. Peace out. That's what Jamie just pointed something out to me.
That way.
That way. One of the beautiful things about Oregon is you could just be sitting amongst this, all of this, and look over your shoulder and see that. That's Mount Hood, and it's beautiful, and you can see it from all over around where I live. Mount Hood is a volcano, and it's a mountain, and I grew up skiing on that mountain and going up there and being an idiot.
You grew up doing on that mountain?
I said going up there and being an idiot. I've done that too. I've done that pretty much everywhere.
Is that the mountain that we went up one side and back down the other?
Yes, it is.
Before you told me I had a...
Yeah, when you got pulled over, when Leadfoot Jamie got pulled over, and about 1 minute into her conversation with the officer, realized that she didn't have a shirt on, and went, oh, and covered herself because we'd been having a little fun earlier. And what?
You fibbed. We were running. My lips are numb. It's so cold.
All right.
We were late, and then you fibbed to me. You told me my top was okay, but...
Yeah. She asked me if her top looked okay, and I said yes. And then she said something smart to me while we were going down the road, and I said, by the way, I lied about your top. It looks like a maternity dress. And she was driving and didn't miss a beat. Shucked that thing and threw it out the window.
That's what happens. My lips are numb.
And then we forgot about it. And then about 2 o'clock in the morning, we got pulled over, and Jamie remembered she didn't have a shirt on.
But that was valid. I was modest, and he let me go.
And it was like 100 degrees out in the middle of summer, so it could have been a bikini top bra thing. Anyway,
that's
just
what happens.
Wanted to share that.
It's a good thing you didn't
beautiful
tell me
sunset.
I had maternity pants on. Those would
Beautiful sunset on Mount Hood. We're just happy. We're so blessed to be able to get all of this fencing. Our total cost for the fencing on the property, $400. I might see if I can negotiate with a guy a little more tomorrow to let us not let all that get put in the landfill. What?
Maybe one of the viewers can tell us what this is.
Yeah, what is this thing? Does anybody know? Because we don't. but there were two of them out here, and they were both in the bushes, and some guy came out here with tools and everything. He was working on one yesterday. Before I knew it, he fired it up and drove it off the property. It was awesome. It does look like a welder. There's still some cool stuff out here. We'll be back tomorrow. Classic farm rescue. Rick and Jamie.
I want to get stuck in there.
Yeah, if you know what that is,
peel your skin.
feel free to let us know, because we're curious. Oh, did you see the ammo box on it, honey?
Yeah, I did.
I think it's like that one I got.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Got an old ammo box on it. It's got an oil bath air cleaner sitting right there too.
Oh, see, we stopped. Now my bones.
Steering wheel's all bent. It's got a tachometer on it. Holy cow! I think this thing's got a Volkswagen engine in it.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Pancake Flat 4. Yeah, I think that's a Volkswagen. I'm not a Volkswagen expert, but I think that's a Volkswagen engine right there. Yeah. Wonder if that's a high-performance Volkswagen engine. Anyway, well, I guess it won't matter, because this will get scrapped Monday. Oh well, you can't save everything. Might try to save that fuel tank up there though. That one right there in the middle. That guy right there. That fuel tank. 100 gallons. Alright, back to work. Back to work, Jamie.
I haven't stopped working.
Back to work. Peace out. Classic Truck Rescue. Out here bright and early on a Tuesday morning. Supposed to get a half-inch of ice tonight. That's what they said. A half-inch of ice. Anyways, I'm unloading the truck because I got a parts washer for free from out there at the farm where we got the fence posts and where we bought these 2 storage containers. They had a bunch of extra stuff. It was getting down to the deadline, and since we'd bought a bunch of stuff from them, they told us to have at it. Got a free parts washer right there. Needs a little cleaning up, but hey, good deal. And behind it, that blue tank is for our well, and I got that real cheap. Got it for 50 bucks. Pretty sure it's about a $400 tank. And I also got this tank because I'm tired of having to lug these guys down to the gas station all the time, and I've got a truck called Old McDonald that was going to get parted out, but I saved him and got him running. We're going to go over and put this tank on the back of Old McDonald, and it's a 100-gallon tank. That'll keep my tractors and my dump truck and all the farm trucks out here going. Also, Homer's still got that messed up carrier bearing, and I went through all my trucks out at the old place, and the only trucks that had a carrier bearing that would work in Homer were, man, I better check this out too. They were trucks that you wouldn't take apart. I don't take apart trucks if they have a hope of running and driving again. So, but this guy right here, I call him Nitro. He just doesn't really have any hope of running and driving again because he's got about a half-inch of Bondo on everything. You know, some of them are just parts trucks, and his cab's all cut up and just not something that. And this front end's all corrody. So. Does have a really nice engine in it though. What I'm hoping, and I think this is a 6500 series truck, so I think, yes, yep, it does have the correct carrier bearing for Homer. So I'll get that pulled out. We'll get that back over to the old place and get Homer back on the road. But right now, I'm gonna go stick that fuel tank over there on the back of Old McDonald, and I'll have a running, driving fuel truck. That'll be cool. And then when we need gas, we can just drive Old McDonald on down to the gas station and get 100 gallons. It'll save me a lot of time and a lot of work. I've already got some trucks over here. That's a Kermit that we got from old Ron. Going to get another truck from him this week, a 38 Chevy, and that's Digger over there. Got Wendell T GMC over here with 4 cabs on his back. Got my old mule. I have 2 trucks like this guy back here. That's the old mule, and then the other one's the new mule. And my boat that sinks every time I put it in the water. Gonna make a good car trailer. And this right here is Old McDonald. I love this truck. I had an ad on Craigslist that said 59 GMC parts. And I called him and I said, what kind of parts you got? He goes, well, I got the whole truck. And I go, well, what's wrong with it? And he said, oh, it's just not much good to anyone because it's got rust and stuff. And so I went and looked at it and offered him $300 for it. I bought all the parts. I got it home. The next day I had it running and driving. I call him Old McDonald. Got a 6-banger in him, 1-ton truck. Originally came with a 9-foot bed. Now it's got a flat bed on it. But anyways, my plan was to take that fuel tank over there, put it on Old McDonald since he runs and drives, but not really enough that you'd want to go down the highway with him. Then I can quit filling up 5-gallon gas cans every day, and I can have a way to refuel my tractors and my dump truck right here on the property. When the tank gets low, just run Old McDonald a few blocks down the street to the gas station and fill her up. I thought that'd be a good, wise use to put Old McDonald to. Anyway, I'm going to show you how you build a fuel tanker truck on the cheap and on the quick. This is how you do it. Oh, I want to show you something else real quick that I got from I got Homer a present. This is awesome. I got this for Homer. It even matches him, and it makes me feel tough when I hold it. Pretty cool. Alright, we'll go on up here and I'll show you the fence post load we got last night. But this is a good fuel tanker truck right here. Old McDonald. Runs and drives real good. He's got an Uga horn like Homer too. That'll work out pretty nice. Just got to get me a pump, screw that down with some lag bolts, and we'll be fueling trucks and tractors up. So these are all the fence posts that we got from out there where we bought the containers. I gave him $300 for 400 fence posts. And then towards the end of the time that they had on the property, the first was coming in, and when the first came, the property was getting bulldozed, everything was getting put in a landfill. So yesterday, they told us, just go for it. I said, well, I'll give you another $50 if we can grab all we can get, and they said, grab all you need. So not only do we have all these fence posts, and we got all this wire, tons of fence posts, and tons of wire for $300. But wait! If you order now, we went back last night in the dark and got another trailer load. So we actually have about 1,000 fence posts for $350. But wait! Yeah, so I think we've got enough fence posts to handle our business out here. So we had all those, and all this wire, and all that wire. I'm going to try to use out here in the front. That's irritating. I'm going to try to use, so we got all that, all this wire over here, and this mega load that we hauled in last night. You guys missed the blowout. We had a spectacular moment when we were hauling one load back. Fortunately, I did have a spare, and some good Samaritans had a jack and helped us out. We had it changed and back on the road in like 5 minutes. But anyway, so got all those fence posts and all those fence posts, and my plan is out here where the cattle and Jamie's horse Jet are going to go is to use all wood posts for the fencing. I think it'll look real nice. I mean, if we're going to do it, we might as well do it the way we want to, right? So I'm going to run back there, pull that carrier bearing off of Nitro, but yeah, definitely a blessing on the fence posts. We're very happy about that and thankful. So I'll go get that carrier bearing so we can get Homer back on the road and get some more trucks out here. I try to keep it rolling when I'm off the gravel so I don't tear things up. But yeah, I want to get this carrier bearing off here. Go home, get my tow truck fixed. This will work right here. I got a battery charging over there too. Yeah, can't wait to get started on that building project. But yeah, I'll be over here trying to take this load over to the property. I got that carrier bearing off Nitro, so I'm still dealing with this. Problem is, that was a 2-piece drive shaft on that big old truck, and it did not want to come apart. And I banged on it with a sledgehammer, which is the first thing you always do. Beat on it with a sledgehammer. Nothing happened, so I got it home here in my handy dandy super duper vise that I got out in Holmesville when I bought Wheezy. A lot of you guys haven't seen Wheezy. Wheezy's my 1940s DeVilbiss air compressor that was used by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to build Bonneville Dam. Anyway, I just like to show him now and then. Also, that's not his original engine. I've got his original engine in here. But that's a crank start, Briggs & Stratton, that goes on there. Back to the carrier bearing. So I beat on it with a sledgehammer, nothing happening. Got it all supported there in my handy dandy vise. I think part of the problem is that I had one end dangling, so it just added extra weight. So I put it under the sawhorse, got this end supported here. And we'll try beating on it first, which I always do. Whew. Alright, we're gonna take a break. Well, I learned a couple things. One thing is, I'm not going to get this off without damaging it. It's just too pressed on there and been on there too long. But I did use that rubber piece, and I came over here and looked at Homer. Carrier bearing on Homer is actually in pretty good shape, and I've been taking my handy dandy can of grease and just cramming it in there, you know, and spinning it around, and I've heard it make a bit of a difference. This bearing doesn't have any slop or play in it, and it does turn really good. And I've also been going up behind here and packing it in from the other side. You know, it's worth a little time. The carrier bearing's important. It carries a big load. Also, this dust shield right here was bent from hitting that hoop. Remember, there was no rubber in there before. It was just riding on that hoop. So I'm going to put the new rubber in, put it all back together, and get to towing some trucks. I'll come back when I've got it all put together. And also, oh yeah, there was a piece of metal back in here that was just sitting there. It's a dust shield that had come off of the inside of the drive shaft. And it was back in here behind that, just spinning around. That you can see where it's all wore right there, where it's silver. And Homer's always made a funny little noise right there. And I'm wondering if that piece of metal didn't get tired of running around in there and kick the rubber out. So I went ahead and cut it and took it out because it's just an inner dust shield. And like I said, I got to get to towing some trucks. So I'll put it together. And I think Homer's going to be better off as a result of this. He's not going to make that weird noise from his belly. Well, I should be able to start moving trucks again. Got Homer all buttoned back up. Here's a little repair I made to him the other day. His fender was flapping, and every time you went to open the door, it binded there. And I couldn't get the mount anywhere near where it needed to be because he's old and crusty and rusty. But it's firmly affixed now. Kind of gives him a bit of a Frankenstein look. He's going to have more of those on him before it's all said and done, because spots like that, I'm just going to form a piece of metal and grind out the rust and drew a patch on there. I'll do that all over the place. I got some new doors for him though. Not new doors. Anyway, I feel a lot better about what's going on under here. I've got my rubber back in there where it belongs, lubed everything up, tightened everything down good. That should be a lot better. Greased everything, lubed up all my U-joints, stuff like that. Just kind of went along and made sure everything was tight. Yep. So that Homer should be in pretty good shape. I also scrounged up an air breather for him. You'll like that. So I'm going to go test drive it. If everything's doing well, I'll strap all that down and we'll get to moving trucks, because I got a lot of trucks to move. So yeah, maybe that wasn't the best repair job in the world. I'm sure a lot of people would have done it differently. But I got to keep this guy rolling right now, because I have a lot of trucks to move. And I need to get moving them. So, thanks for watching. Peace out.